A German stock exchange all-stock purchase of the New York Stock Exchange parent creates the largest owner of stock markets across the world. This latest announcement of merger caps a period where it seems that all stock markets around the world are looking for a period of consolidation. We've already seen a Singapore-based firm try to take over the Australian Stock Exchange and the London Stock Exchange take over a Canadian company yesterday. Back close to home, the Australian stock market drifted sideways yesterday. All investors were looking forward to today's announcement of BHP, where the half-yearly profit will be announced. Expected that high international commodity prices will cap a very good period of trading for BHP, and this should accumulate into almost the largest half-yearly profit seen by the big digger. In currency markets, the New Zealand dollar continued its downward drift against the US dollar overnight. This is due to the fact that good economic data coming out of the US is supporting their currency at present. This morning, the New Zealand dollar was trading around 75.20 against the US dollar. A couple of interesting announcements from around the globe yesterday, with the Chinese inflation data out and also Eurozone GDP data coming out yesterday. Inflation has been a concern for Beijing recently, and they have tightened their fiscal policy recently. The inflation data came out lower than market expectations, which was good, and it came out just under 5%. However, it appears that Beijing will need to continue to tighten their fiscal policy at present, and this is due to inflation still starting to be a problem in China. In the Eurozone, it appears that their GDP data undershot market expectations, which was a little bit disappointing for the markets over there. It appears that the poor weather experienced over December really affected the last quarter of growth for the core economies in Europe. It appears that Europe has a two-pronged approach to their recovery at present, with the core countries, or the core northern countries, increasing quite well at the moment. However, the periphery of countries such as Greece and Portugal are still struggling against their mountains of debt at present. A strong Europe will help support the New Zealand economic recovery as well. Overnight, we saw another extremely positive global dairy trade auction, with the prices increasing across the basket of goods around 3.9%. Whole milk powder prices were extremely buoyant, with lower volumes on offer there. This meant that across the three contract periods, the whole milk powder prices increased above 7.9%. Whole milk powder prices are now above $4,300 a tonne. The World Bank has announced that world food prices have increased around 15% since October of last year, and this means that prices are now only 3% off the all-time highs experienced in 2008. Very tight international agricultural commodities at present is really supporting the prices back here at home. I would be very surprised should Fonterra not move their milk price payout to farmers in the coming months.